Okay guys, let's start with step 3, that is Eclipse installation. Let's get that. Java is done, right? Just say Eclipse download. Okay, just Google search with common terms. You need not remember any specific links or bookmark them to download all this. Okay, as a novice user, I'm just hitting Google search with a simple term called Eclipse download. Okay, so that you need not remember any specific links to download your software. Now, so if you see, the first link is their official website eclipse.org. Now, what is Eclipse? First of all, so basically, to write and execute your Java test, which is nothing but your Selenium test, you need to have an editor, right? You need to have an IDE to write and run your test cases. Okay, so there are a lot of IDEs available in the market to run your scripts, Java scripts. So there are editors like Eclipse and IntelliJ, Java Beans. So like that, there are few editors in the market to support and run your Selenium test cases. You need to write your script, right? For that you need to have one editor. So out of all this, Eclipse is my favorite one, and in most of the companies for Selenium they use Eclipse only because it is an open source and it's for free. Okay, IntelliJ comes with a paid version, so that's the main reason people generally prefer Eclipse as their IDE to write your Selenium test cases. Okay, so for that, first we need to download this Eclipse and then start writing the scripts on that. So the dependency of this Eclipse is Java. If you don't download and configure Java, you cannot open your Eclipse IDE. That's why for the first step, I have started with Java installation only. If you try to jump at the third point before doing point number 1 and point number 2, it doesn't work. Now, let me go to their official website, and here you see that get Eclipse off-season. Okay, generally every quarter Eclipse comes up with a new version by giving one name. Okay, so last time it is Neon, and before that it is Kepler, and now it is off-season. I think next it is coming with Orion. Okay, doesn't matter. Don't worry about the versions and all. Just download whatever you see here. Tomorrow you might see some another name, that it's just a version name they are releasing, but inside everything is same. Okay, so you can directly download 64-bit if your machine is on 64-bit. If not, then click on this download packages and select the right one. So I would recommend you to select this download packages instead of doing this. There is a reason, I'll let you know why. So click on this download packages. So basically Eclipse comes with multiple tools, and for Java, thorough Java testing you have one tool, and for Java Beans and Sphinx, and if you want to go to development side, it has another tool which provide that features, and it also have a tool for C++ language, PHP. The lots of tools are present, but we are interested only in this IDE, Eclipse IDE for Java developers. This is what we require. You can also download this Java EE developers, but it will have some more plugins which will eat your performance of script. Okay, so better and ideal one is to download this. Okay, just make sure you download the right one, Eclipse IDE, and based upon your Windows bit. If it is 32, you can download this. If it is 64, you can download this. So most probably in our machines we will be seeing 64-bit only. So once you download this, and automatically you can download will start, or you can click this link and the .exe file will be downloaded in your machine. Again, same story. Once it is downloaded, I'll just click on download and I'll cancel it. Let me cancel this. Yeah, it comes in zip format, and once you extract zip, you will have something like this. Let me show. I'll open in particular. Yeah, so you will see like this in zip format. Just extract it by right clicking, extract to Eclipse Java off-season. So that will unzip all your Eclipse stuff, and it will create a folder where you can open and invoke eclipse.exe. Okay, it takes little time to extract everything because it's a huge bundle of more than 150 MB, right? Okay, so let's wait till it complete. Cool, it's done. So let's go and search for that. Yeah, this is the folder. So select this and you have Eclipse, and this is the .exe file which you need to invoke. Okay, so there are a lot of other files in it, you just don't worry about them. So this is the file just you need to invoke, and let me select that. You see that Eclipse Oxygen, the version name, and this keep on changing. The only thing it really matters is the Eclipse and the version name. Okay, you just don't worry about the version name what they have given, Oxygen, Neon or Kepler. Right, so Eclipse Workspace. So it's asking us a path where you can create all your projects, Selenium projects. Okay, so right now I am doing this in C users Rahul, and I just give any random name so that in this folder your all projects whatever you create will be stored. So just select launch, and this launches the editor. So for the first time it takes little time to load and complete all the components. So even this required Java. So this Eclipse now going and talking with system variables to extract Java so that it can run it supporting files. Okay, this is the first look, and we will directly jump into Workbench by selecting this. This is just about tutorials like how to create and stuff, but however I'll explain all this. So let's step into Workbench. Okay, so this is how it looks once you launch Eclipse in your machine. So in the next lecture, let's try to create a project in the Eclipse, and then we will take it from there. Okay, so if you go back to our document, we have successfully completed Eclipse installation in this lecture. So we will go and see what is project and how to create it and why do we need project. So all these things I'll be talking in my next lecture. Thank you.